What's good, people? It's your boy Curves back again with another video. We I actually recorded this video already. This is my third take because my OBS is bugging and it wasn't capturing the best resolution it can be. So I changed the resolution. It's now the best. You can see my face right now, a little bit more energetic. Hopefully, you guys are alive, alert, enthusiastic. And let's get to the trade recap, man. So going to the day. And mind this, here in Philippines, I'm trading Asian session. I trade Asian session. Why? Because it's in the morning. It's the best thing. Uh, it's best for me to trade in the morning. Unfortunately, once I come back to Canada, I can't trade in the morning no more. I'm gonna be trading at night. Why? Because the Asian session's at night, and that's where I get the most setups from. And let's get to this trade weekend. What was I seeing in this higher time frame bias? What was my bias going to at the day? As you can see, we have this big leg up to the upside. Boom! From this range to this range, man, that's a lot of volume that went up to the outside. I was wondering. I was like, damn. All right, we came to a closure in the year 2024. We came bullish. I know for a fact that look, if we are bullish, um, 2020, if we are bullish in the end of the year, we have to retrace down to, we have to retrace down to the downside. We have to, we have to some sort to, we have to fill in these type of liquidities from here, because as we can see, the bullish sentiment, we got ourselves a higher high, higher low, um, higher high, and we got higher low. It's more visible in the 15-minute right there. Higher high, higher low, and just a little bit of consolidation. And what does that tell me? Underneath these lows right here, we got liquidity, brothers. We got liquidity right here. So just imagine that as just dollar signs, bro. The lows and the highs, those are liquidities in the market. That's what we call the external um, liquidity. So the external money, where the money is gonna move from and to. So these type of markups make sense to me. That look, by the time 10 p.m. comes, 10 p.m. candle, which is the new 4-hour candle of um, the new 4-hour candle of the second hour, I mean the second 4-hour candle, right? So it gives me a good bias that look, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. we already accumulated, or pretty much build a bias, or build a sentiment to where by 10 p.m. we are looking for reversals. Why? It doesn't make sense for it to continue if it already built up bullish momentum on 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So that's 4 hours, and 1 hour, I mean, one candle movement. It needs to liquidate to the downside, or whatever um opposite bias is gonna. That's what's gonna happen on 10 p.m. So, and that's why I look for it, right? So this is pretty much bullish, right? So what does this give me? On a higher time frame, we have a range, a really good range from December 30 to January 2. We have a good bullish range that needs to be liquidated, and it needs to, and for it to be liquidated, I waited for 10 p.m. and then waited for like huge liquidity sweep to the downside, and then proceed um a huge liquidity sweep to the upside. So we can see over here, right here, we huge liquidity sweep, and then I actually entered in short, right? So when I look for liquidity sweep, I don't look for liquidity sweeps in 5 minute or 15 minute. I look for good liquidity sweeps in the 1 minute. Why? Because I want to see aggressive candles. I want to see very aggressive candles, you know, 2, 3 to 4 candles that is very aggressive, targeting some sort of high buy side liquidity, which is this or this. This gives me a good buy side liquidity. And then if it hits some sort of key level or gaps, as we can see right here in my markup over here, we have a gap right here, just right above that liquidity sweep, giving me another confirmation that look, it went and tapped on that gap right after the 10 p.m. candle. Um, and that gives me a little bit more confidence to where it sweep that liquidity and make money to the upside. And then once it sweep that liquidity and took all that money right here as well, I was waiting for an inverse fair value gap, and that's pretty much how I just entered in. So if it breaks that inverse fair value gap, I pretty much enter the trade, right? So, and give me another confirmation is once it breaks a low. So after inverse fair value gap and it breaks a low from here, as we can see, we got high, higher high, then we got higher low, and then higher high, and then we got another higher low right here, and gives me inverse fair value gap and a very aggressive buying um, buying power to the upside, and then it went downhill. It has a very aggressive volume going towards the downside. So that gives me a really good FVG right here, inverse fair value gap, and it breaks low. That's when I actually traded and put my stops. It's right over here and aim for 1 to 2, right? So that's pretty much how I traded, right? So what I did was I took my partials of 1 to 2 and went down for a little bit more. Then I actually got stop off for break even. Um, but I made $500. Pretty much cut off 90% right here because that's pretty much my rule. If I hit 1 to 2, I cut it off 90%. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's why would I leave a runner? It's because I just like seeing where the market is gonna go later today. But I pretty much have 90% of the profits already, so gives me a little bit more psychology, like a relief, uh, and not look for the charts anymore after I take off 90% on the 1 to 2. But I trail my stops once it breaks a low, breaks a 1 to 1 or one to a low, some sort of low. I pretty much trailed my stops from my changes to yellow. So right from my stop was right here, and then once it breaks a low right here, I trailed my stop to break even. Then it just went down for 1 to 2, cut off the 90%, and then boom, broke even. And I still made money on the break even because I actually put it like all the way. I actually put it over here, so she made money on that. So this is the trade. Make sure I'm not lying. It's a prop firm, by the way. 100K. Right here, that's pretty much a trade. I don't know if you guys can see it. Boom. So it went down. I shorted from here, then playing from 1 to 2, and then went back over here. That's where I traded my stops. I didn't put it to break even. I put it over here so I can make a little bit more profit. Um, and it was a very good trade, and the profit was this. It's just 500 because I de-risk $500. A little bit of commissions, actually high expensive commissions, but it is what it is. I like raw spreads on that forex account. Currently, right now, I'm not trading futures, um, because I found out that I can't buy no futures prop firms in Philippines, so I have to go back. Once I'm back in Canada, that's where I actually trade futures, and I wrote down plan for me to actually level up my accounts and have multiple accounts and how I'm gonna trade it. But that's gonna be a it's gonna be a future video. But yeah, um, yeah. So that's pretty much how I traded it, right? So one key thing too. One key thing is I wait for consolidations after 10 p.m. because I want to see consolidation first, because that gives me confirmation that look, it's trying to find a good spot for it to sweep. Really, it's like preparing for it to sweep, right? You can't be just trading 10 p.m. candle and just go at it, and just trade what you see, right? Like I found out I mean, with my strategy, some people, one of my friends trades the volume from just the 10 p.m. candle, the whole push, but this whole push right here is pretty much that's the opposite of the bias, that whole bias. And look at this, bro. I know it was gonna go for a 1 2 5, and but since it broke me even over here all the way to the break even zone, if I held it all the way, that could have been a 1 to 5. But I don't really care if it's a 1 to 5, 1 to 8. That's why I just leave a runner, and because sometimes it might go for a 1 to 8 or 1 to 5 or 1 to 8 or 1 to 10, and it's just fun to see that. I know, like in trading, it shouldn't be fun, but like this is after I let off the gas. The only times I push the only times I push the throttle putang ina. The only times I push the gas, how about that, is once I have the 1 to 2, because I can maintain myself passing prop firms accounts with just 1 to 2. And if I continue with 1 to 4s, 1 to 3s, and or 1 to 4s to above, well then it's not it's not sustainable in the long run, because you're gonna have to lose more, and you gotta have that balance of win rate and RR ratio for you to win prop firms. You can't be just, yes, you can do 30% on prop firms. It's gonna take you even longer, but if you can have, if you're a trader, there's a random distribution of if you're gonna win or lose, wins and losses, random distributions of wins and losses. Well, then if you have random distributions, but it really depends on the confidence of the people as well, and how much they take risk. Um, if you're trying to hit 1 to 4s, 1 to 5s, or 1 to 8 all the time, well then you're gonna lose more because you're trying to catch for more RR. So that gives me a little bit of a balance in 1 to 2, because I actually win more. And if I just tweak my edge and tweak my edge and define really the entries, define all of these uh technical stuff, and even just psychology, tweak all of those, it gives me a better win rate, because uh it just harmonizes everything, right? But that's pretty much it. With this technical stuff, this is the easiest part of the trading technicals. It's not about the technicals. If you want to learn this, if you want to learn the strategy I'm doing, well then you can join the Discord right now. Join the Discord. It's in the link in bio. It's completely free, bro. Literally live trades. I live trade every day, bro. Currently, right now, I'm just paper trading. As you can see, it's paper trading right there. I don't even use this. I use this one right here. So I'm currently paper trading on futures. Once again, I can't trade futures right now. That's why I'm paper trading on this, and I'm actually trading on prop firm account. And on the prop firm account on my phone, because I can actually trade forex. So I'm currently trading forex gold, so XAU USD. So I can't trade GC right now because that's why I'm paper trading, just tracking my data. And yeah, so you can see, look, took took the trade over here as well earlier, and I got $300. You can see, you get the position right there. All right, $300 earlier. I aim for 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5, because I actually got filled in crazy, like right over here. So I would have been, so I would only like aim for 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.5 on this, plus the conditions of the market. So that's pretty much it, guys. My trade recap. I'm really gonna um what do you call it? What am I gonna say? Yeah. That's pretty much it. If you wanna learn about it, join the Discord if you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.